Hey guys, it's Ryan. Today we're gonna be going over some fire building techniques and some fire building safety, so that way you guys can potentially practice this at home with your parents, with parent supervision. It's really fun, good skills to have, and something that we can practice at home if we have a safe space to do so. An example of a safe space is I'm down at the campfire circle at camp right now, where we have a nice big campfire ring. We have lots of space cleared around us with gravel, so a safe space to try this at home would be somewhere where there aren't leaves on the ground, a hard durable surface that you can make a little fire ring with, or something like that, with your parents' permission. So before we get into today, we're gonna go over personal safety as well. So with that, what that means is making sure we don't have anything big, loose and dangly on, making sure our hair is tied back, things like that if we have long hair. I have a hat on and a ponytail in, making sure my hair is out of my face. So before we can even build our fire, we need to do our prep work, which means we need to gather our materials. We need to go and collect our kindling, our tinder, and our fuel. So if we're building a little fire at home, we need our kindling, our tinder, and our fuel, which are gonna be like our three sizes. I like to refer to them as toothpick, pencils, and Sharpies, especially for nice small fires or fairy fires where you're keeping them like the size of your hand, nice, small, controlled fires. So with those, we have our toothpicks, which are tiny little sticks like these guys. They don't have to be as short as toothpicks, but we want them as thin as toothpicks. Then we have our pencils, the same kind of thing. They're about the same size as a pencil. And then we have our Sharpie size sticks. Now remember, none of these are actually these objects. These are just size things to help you keep it straight. Those are gonna be the three sizes of things that we're using once we have our Tinder Bundle, which is what's gonna light on fire. Our Tinder Bundle can be made out of a bunch of different things. A couple good things are like dryer lint. Other good things that you can use is newspaper. We have cotton balls and Vaseline. So another material that you can use is jute twine, which you can get from any arts and crafts store or Walmart. And it's a fibrous string that you then cut into short little sections like this, and then you pull it apart, and then you get these nice fine hair-like tendrils that you can then fluff up to make a nice, easy Tinder Bundle like so. Normally we'd want one at the smallest like this, and then you're gonna make it into a bird's nest kind of shape, like a little bit of a bowl. Another material that you can use, which most people probably have in their houses already, is a little bit of petroleum jelly or Vaseline and cotton balls. Once again, we're doing this with mom and dad's permission if we're gonna be getting these things. And you just need like a plastic sandwich bag, and you put a little bit of cotton balls in there and some Vaseline and petroleum jelly, and you massage it around, squish it up, and then you get these little fire starter balls, and then you just take those and you increase their surface area. So you just open them up a little bit, and that's how and then you can light that area, and that's how we're gonna get started with those. And then the old classic tried and true is some newspaper, and that you can just ball up like this, and that's what we're gonna start with. And we're gonna use all three of these together today. So a little bit of newspaper, a little bit of jute twine, and some cotton ball. Okay, now that I have my bundle and my tinder prepared, my ignition, now I'm going to take my little sticks and I'm going to make a slight teepee, my toothpicks, and I'm going to make a teepee kind of pile around my Tinder Bundle, leaving one side open or two sides open, so that way when it's time to light, I have spots to come in and light my paper, jute, and cotton balls. And then once I've used all of my toothpick sticks, I'm gonna move on to my pencils. And you wanna make sure you have good handfuls of all of these, because it's much better to have too many than not enough, and then your fire go out. But also you don't want too many. You wanna make sure that you're leaving space in between your sticks, that way the air can go through. There are 3 things that fire needs to survive. It needs oxygen, fuel, and heat. And that's what's called the fire triangle, because all of those things are equally important. All right, now that our fire is more or less set, we have a nice TP shape to catch everything on the inside. The heat's gonna rise, catch all the stuff above. We are going to make sure that our immediate area around our fire is clear, making sure that no extra sticks or other things are going to catch when we start our fire. Make sure all of our fire other materials are out of the way. Take our extra fuel and move it out of the way. Today we're gonna use a Ferro rod to start the fire, which is kind of like a flint and steel. It's a big sparker, goes like that, and it throws sparks. You could use matches, a lighter with parents' approval and help, things like that. And then you take it, and you just, with one of these, you're gonna strike at a 45-degree angle down the length of the bar, and it throws a spark. And then it starts your fuel. And then once it gets going, you're gonna take that little bit of extra small sticks that you had, and you're gonna slowly add those very carefully, making sure that your hand stays away from the heat and away from the fire. And there you go. Our fire is going. Ready to cook some s'mores, ready to sing some campfire songs, maybe ready for Wednesday cookout. Who knows? Maybe you can do a Wednesday cookout with your own family, with mom and dad's permission. So now that our fire has burned down to ashes, we've cooked whatever we were gonna cook, our s'mores, our hot dogs, then we're going to make sure we safely put out our fire with some water that we have in a bucket or from a hose that we have nearby. Then we're going to gently, with just a little bit, we're gonna take it and we're just gonna splash it on our fire, because if we put it all on at once, then it's going to give a big old plume of smoke, and that's no fun to have in our face. So we're just going to gently, little bits of water on there at a time. We're going to make sure that it is all out. We're going to wait, let the smoke die down, let the water soak into the wood, and then to make sure it's out, we're going to add a little bit more. Make sure our fire is nice and good and out. Bye guys, thanks for making a fire with me. Hope you have fun, be safe. Make sure you have your parents help you, please. Thank you.